You booked your trip, packed your bags, and arrived early at the airport, only to get stuck at the security line. Why? Because your ID didn't meet new requirements, or your passport failed a rule you didn't even know existed. In 2025, TSA has rolled out the biggest identification and passport changes in years, and thousands of travelers are already paying the price. In this guide, we'll walk you through exactly what's changed, why it matters, and how you can avoid missaid flights, rebooking fees, and ruined vacations. Chapter 1. The 2025 shakeup after years of delays, the U.S. government will fully enforce the Real ID Act on May 7, 2025. Starting then, every traveler 18 and older must show a Real ID-compliant driver's license or an accepted alternative, such as a valid U.S. passport, to board a domestic flight. A Real ID license is different. It comes with upgraded security features like counterfeit protection and document verification. Look for the gold or black star in the top right corner of your ID. On top of that, TSA has tightened enforcement around passport expiration, photo recognition, document condition, and biometric verification. Even seasoned flyers are running into issues under the stricter rules. Chapter 2. Who needs to pay attention? Think you're safe because you own a passport? Not necessarily. The new standards affect domestic travelers without Real ID. Even if you've flown the same route for years, you can be denied boarding. International flyers with soon-to-expire or damaged passports. A crease or tear can stop you cold. Children traveling abroad. Their passports expire in 5 years, not 10. Dual citizens. You must use the correct passport at the right time. Visa and green card holders. Documents must be valid, up to date, and match your airline reservation exactly. A simple name mismatch can cause major delays. Chapter 3. Breaking down the Real ID Act. The Real ID Act has been around since 2005, but its enforcement is only now becoming mandatory. To upgrade your license, visit your DMV with proof of identity, e.g. the birth certificate, U.S. passport. Social security documentation. 2 proofs of residency, utility bills, lease, etc. Accepted alternatives include valid U.S. passport, global entry card, DHS, trusted traveler cards. Permanent resident card, U.S. military ID. Real ID will now be required for domestic flights, entry to federal buildings, and some military bases. But beware, many states still issue both Real ID and non-compliant licenses. Check your DMV's site early. Appointments in some states are already backed up for months. Chapter 4. Passport expiration and integrity. Having a passport isn't enough anymore. Watch out for these hidden pitfalls. The 6-month rule. Many countries require passports valid at least 6 months beyond your return date. Damage denial. Torn, bent, or water-damaged passports may be refused. Photo issues. If your picture no longer looks like you, biometric scanners may reject it. Signature problems. Missing or mismatched signatures can raise questions. Travel history flags. Some destinations scrutinize stamps from specific countries. Pro tip, renew your passport 9 months before it expires. And note, you can't add extra pages anymore. You must renew instead. Chapter 5. What if your ID doesn't meet TSA rules? Show up with a non-Real ID license, and TSA may attempt secondary screening through the Identity Verification Call Center, but this isn't guaranteed, and it can take long enough to make you miss your flight. International flights? Zero tolerance. Airlines are fined if they let unqualified passengers board, so if your passport is damaged, expired, or non-compliant, you won't get on, and you may lose your ticket money plus prepaid bookings. Chapter 6. Biometric screening and facial recognition. By 2025, many airports are using biometrics at checkpoints and gates. That means your look must match your passport photo. Major appearance changes can cause problems. Opting out is possible, but usually means slower manual checks. Inconsistent records between databases and IDs can trigger red flags. Biometrics are already being used at customs and boarding gates, and soon could extend to baggage and immigration exit checks. Chapter 7. International Travel Rules. Besides a valid passport, many destinations now require pre-approved visas or ETAs, proof of sufficient funds, round-trip or onward tickets, health or locator forms, country-specific declarations, biometric checks at entry and exit. Parents, children need their own passports and sometimes written consent to travel. Missing any of these requirements could mean delays or denial of entry. Chapter 8. TSA's Mobile ID Pilot. Some airports now accept mobile driver's licenses stored in Apple Wallet or Google Wallet. Pros: faster lines, convenient. Cons: limited availability, still need a physical backup, only works on supported devices. Helpful if available, but don't rely on it exclusively. Chapter 9. How to get ready. Checklist. Renew your passport at least 9 months before it expires. Inspect it for damage, outdated photos, or name mismatches. Upgrade to a real ID if you don't already have one. Apply for global entry or TSA pre-check if you travel often. Verify visa and health requirements for your destination. Keep both digital and paper backups of travel documents. Book tickets using the exact name shown on your ID. Check compliance at TSA.gov or your state DMV. Print boarding passes as a backup. Take a secure digital photo of your passport. Chapter 10. Real traveler mistakes. A passenger to Spain denied boarding because her passport expired in 4 months. Spain requires 6. A Texas traveler missed a funeral after a temporary paper license wasn't accepted. A family to Canada delayed because of a missing middle name on a global entry card. A Japan-bound traveler stuck after failing to upload health documents. A student flying to Europe detained for booking with one passport but checking in with another. Chapter 11. FAQs: can I still use my old driver's license? Only if it's Real ID compliant. Look for the star. Is a passport always valid for domestic flights? Yes, if unexpired and undamaged. Do kids need valid passports? Yes, no exceptions. Do I need a visa for Europe in 2025? Likely. The EU's ETS system begins soon. What if my passport has fewer than 2 blank pages? Some countries won't admit you. Renew early. What if my names don't match on my ID and ticket? They must match exactly or you may be denied boarding. Chapter 12. Final tips for stress-free travel arrive. 2+ hours early for domestic, 3+ for international. Keep documents in one accessible pouch. Charge your phone and store backups digitally. Carry paper copies of vaccine or health documents if required. Watch TSA and State Department updates. Subscribe to airline alerts. Bottom line, TSA's new rules are already grounding unprepared travelers. But with these steps, you can fly smoothly and confidently. Bonus section. Hidden reasons TSA may flag you nervous behavior. TSA uses behavior observation systems. Stay calm, make eye contact. Suspicious items. Protein powder, dense foods, batteries, or wrapped gifts can trigger extra screening. Pre-check mistakes. Forgetting your KTN or mismatched names cancels your benefits. Watch list confusion. Even name matches can cause repeated checks. Use DHS Trip if it happens often. Boarding pass typos. Double-check your name and details. Bulky clothing. Heavy boots, oversized scarves, or wired jackets can cause pat-downs. Large sums of cash. Over $10,000 raises questions domestically and must be declared internationally. Disrespectful behavior. Rudeness can escalate screenings. Be polite, file complaints later. Arriving too late. Show up under 45 minutes before departure and you may be denied entirely. Remember, security isn't just about documents. Your behavior, packing style, and timing can make or break your airport experience. Stay prepared, stay calm, and travel smart.